Let's go down to Rome's. So I wish that the Vikings were preparing to play on Sunday, but it is what it is. Mock draft season is upon us, and I know we're on to mock draft 75.9. I know it can get tedious, but I love this damn time of year, man. I really do. And always looking forward to and respect Daniel Jeremiah, NFL Network, former NFL scout. Definitely has some insights there. Love that he does his own work. And plus, here's what happens. Like, he'll have different takes than the consensus, and then all of a sudden you'll see, the consensus is sort of veering towards Daniel Jeremiah. That's what happens, man. DJ, Bucky Brooks, they're tier 1 in terms of draft stuff. But Mock Draft 1.0 for DJ dropped, and there's going to be a lot of Vikings fans that are very upset, and we'll talk about why. So first off, at the top, Abdul Qadir. This is the first mock I've seen Abdul as 1-1. I think it's certainly possible because this draft, it's not a top quarterback draft, even though Sanders and Cam Ward are going to be pushed up the draft board because of the quarterback tax. But I would say that there's two stud defensive players in Travis Hunter and Abdul Qadir. I think either of them could have a chance to go the first non-quarterback taken. And they go 1-2 in this draft. Abdul Qadir. If the Browns are going to take Travis Hunter, we'll just take Newsome off your hands. Why not? Cam Ward goes to the Giants. I really like that fit. And also, it'd be great. It'd be pretty damn great if the quarterback falls to 3 and 6 for the Giants and Raiders, respectively. Probably won't happen. Will Campbell, I like that. First you buy the house, then you buy the insurance. So watching Drake May's ass, it's going to be great. Mason Graham goes to the Jaguars. It's going to be good. I hate it. I know it's impossible. Just Mason Graham would look so good in purple, man. Tyler Warren. Oh no, it's a 3 elite defensive player draft. There you go. Warren goes to the Jets. I kind of like that because Sam Darnold needs a really good tight end. Yeah. Tech goes to the Panthers. Bryce Young actually getting some weapons. I like it. Michael Williams goes to the Saints. Screw the Saints. So the Bears, everyone in the mom has them taking Ashton Genty at 10. But I think that they could hang around, maybe get, probably not Hampton, maybe Caleb Johnson in the second round. You go from there. But Tyler Booker, first guard off of the board. I like Booker a lot. I mean, Booker, Donovan Jackson, I think are a lot closer than people think in terms of the top tier guards of this draft. We'll see. Speaking of which, Armand Membu coming out of Missouri, second tier offensive lineman off the board. It's kind of interesting. I don't think I've seen him in the first round in some of these mock drafts. Genty goes to the Cowboys. Hey, Brian Schottenheimer obviously is going to run the ball, so they're going to restock the running back room there. Banks goes to the Dolphins. Barron goes to the Colts. Will Johnson goes to the Falcons. I like that. Will Johnson, AJ Terrell. It's pretty damn good. Walker going to the Cardinals. They definitely need a lot. Yeah, there's a theme here. Georgia has stud defenders. We'll get to that. Walter Nolan goes to the Bengals. Can we get Joe Burrow some freaking offensive line, man? Although Walter Nolan is going to be a stud. I think that if he gets to 24, he could be in the mix for the Vikings. Kenneth Grant, the nose tackle from Michigan, goes to Seattle. I mean, he and Byron Murphy, it's pretty damn good. Hottie Campbell going to Tampa Bay, which kind of stinks, even though obviously linebacker isn't a need. We could have cornered the market if we resigned Jihad Ward. We cornered the market on Jihad. Sorry, Sean McDermott. Then Nick goes to the Broncos. Golden goes to Pittsburgh. Still just haven't been good at developing receivers as of late. Who knows what happens with Pickens. Loveland goes to the Chargers. That's such a Harbaugh pick. He gets one of his guys, and they're going to run like 17 tight end sets. Shamar Stewart going to the Packers. I actually like that one a lot. And then 24, Vikings taking Malaki Starks. Now, I know what people are saying. Oh, here we go again. Oh, another Georgia safety. Oh, blah, blah, blah. All he is Lewis Cine, even though scout the player, not the helmet. I understand why people are sort of pissed. It's like, did you know the Vikings could have Kyle Hamilton take a Lewis Cine? But no, Malachi is his own man, and Malaki Starks is a stud. It does raise your eyebrow a little bit, but you have to take BPA. And I think the Vikings have a chance of free agency to be like, because I know people go into mock drafts like, well, Vikings need a guard, defensive tackle, and cornerback and running back, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of those issues could be taken care of in free agency. Vikings can hammer down on the tier offensive line. They could pick up a defensive lineman. They could definitely go hard in the paint at corner. And they have a chance to completely shift the paradigm and draft BPA, best player available, as opposed to drafting for need, which keeps you drafting for need. And Starks, like I said, like he is his own man. He is a stud. Starks didn't make as many plays as we're accustomed to seeing from him in 2024, but people at JoJo rave about his intangibles, leadership, and work ethic. He has the versatility to play over the top or cover the slot. And also, you factor in Harrison Smith could retire. I think that if Flores is back, I think that Harrison's back for one last ride. Also, Cam Beasley, what happens with him? And Starks is a bad dude, man. Like, Starks is a big play waiting to happen. And I know that, well, it's another Georgia safety. Stylistically, they're diametrically opposed. Like, Lewisine was, the back end, downhill, try and blow you up type safety. Starks is great in run support. Starks, frankly, plays a lot like Antoine Winfield Sr., and he plays a lot like Brian Branch, minus the dirtiness. Yeah. But Starks, I would not be mad at the Starks pick, but I understand people are just mad because of the connotation of another Georgia safety now. But I mean, here's what's good for the Vikings. They could find themselves in a trade down spot because there's so much other talent still on board, like Luther going to the Texans, Connerly going to the Rams as they try to figure out the offensive line, Thomas going to the Ravens, Mike Green. Here's what Mike Green and James Pierce, back end of the first round. Those guys were seen as potential top 10 picks. It's great. Simmons, Derek Hammond, who could be in the Vikings wheelhouse coming out of Oregon. TJ Sanders can be in the mix too. Also, you look at Tyleik Williams, didn't make it into the first round. Donovan Jackson, like I said, I think that he and Booker are one of the top two guards in this draft. I mean, even if the Vikings do go with offensive line, they could double down in this spot. Omarion Hampton, Caleb Johnson, frankly, I think could sneak into the back end of the first round. Benjamin Morrison from Notre Dame, as well as Siobhan Ravel, even though, yes, both of them are coming off an injury. I think that they could be huge value at corner at 24. But like I said, woosah. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. And Malaki Starks is a dude. He's a dude, man. He's one of my favorite players in this draft. And even though it's not like a need, just racking up and stacking up dudes, it's exactly what you need to do. And again, I know. Scout the player, not the helmet. And Starks would be fantastic in the Brian Flores defense, given his tackling ability, given his football IQ, given his leadership, given his versatility. I think that he would be just tailor-made for what Flores wants to do in the back end. But your thoughts are thoughts. Daniel Jeremiah, Mock Draft 1.0. Georgia safety. Woo! Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys know what to do. Skull, production value.